All right, good morning, traders. Running a little bit behind this morning, but that's all right. There's always opportunities. Let's see. So where's the SPY at? SPY's still at that 390 area. Let's see, CLS in. Starting to come back up. Let's see. Resistance around that 275 area. It isn't a downtrend though. But it actually is about to break that downtrend. I may go here. See, there's a lot of resistance there at that 275. Oh no, now this is interesting. What's going on here? Oh, that's in a downtrend as well. So NXTD, wow, this went on a pretty nice run. SOS, this is interesting. Got a big old triangle right here. It's right in the peak of it. So good morning everybody. If you're just joining, apologies I am late. Let's see, this is a pot stock I believe. Possible U shape there. LPTH, that's a good U shape there, breaking 450. SNGX looks very barcodey. Move these old drawings there. Yeah, get them out of here. RETO has a little flag as well here. But not a lot of volume. It's kind of got a random pump. Celsius up. Wonder what their update was. This doesn't seem very good. Yeah, reading into that press release, that's not really a good thing. They failed whatever their drug test was. So I'm not really too gung-ho to jump into that. Let's see. Let me look at the pot stocks because there's not a lot of plays really at the moment. Let's see. Looks like pot stocks having a pullback today. Yeah, so they're all having a pullback, so the pot stocks aren't running. Give me just a minute, guys. I'll be right back. All right. So let's check Bumble. This is supposed to be IPO today. Oops. Let's see, what was it? Let's see if I can find it. BMBL, is that it? Let's see. So Bumble hasn't opened yet. This is supposed to IPO. Bumble, I believe, is a social media platform. Let's see what they're pricing it at. They're pricing it at 43 a share. Let me see real quick and make sure that I'm right about the social media platform, because I'm not that familiar with Bumble, but I did see it's supposed to IPO today. See Bumble. Yeah, so it's a social app and a dating app. It says Bumble is a location-based social application that facilitates communication between interested users. In heterosexual matches, only female users can make the first contact with matched male users, while in same-sex matches, either person can send a message first. Okay, so that's what Bumble is. So that's supposed to be IPOing at some point today. Let's see if they got a time, because I do want to keep an eye on it, because it is. Oh, let's see, they also have Badoo. I don't know what Badoo is. Let's find out what Badoo is real quick. So that is a dating focused social media site as well. So we'll have to keep it eyed. I don't see what time it's supposed to. Yeah, so don't know when this is going to IPO. Hopefully we can see it IPO soon. I'd like to catch it right around when it's going to start. Nope, SOS did break up out of that triangle there. Just not a very big rip. I mean, it's a pretty decent rip. 4.92, in about 30 cents. See, timber's interesting because it's holding up above the 200 day there. 200 days at 223. Not a ton of, well, actually there has been pretty good volume on it. Just kind of random volume. And we got the trend line there, the uptrend. It's a little bit off the uptrend at the moment, and then our downtrend is there. So I'll give that a chance to maneuver. CLSN still climbing. Don't know why this is still climbing with that bad PR, but if it did just break that downtrend. Some pretty strong resistance at 3. But if it starts to break 3, this could be a big U shape. So let's keep it on watch just a little bit longer. I just don't like the PR. The PR is bad, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. No, it's a very nice pop out of that triangle on SOS. So I missed that one when I was looking for Bumble. Well, that's alright. Let's see. CNET. CNET with a possible big U shape here. Take a look back here. Yeah, strong resistance at $4. Got to break $4, but it is coming up. I may actually go here. Yeah, I'm going. Because it looks like it's going to try to test. Ah, damn. I could have waited just a little bit and got in a little bit lower, but it started looking like it was going to test 4. Let's see, pre-market high is at 394, so we are above pre-market high. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Let's see. We're testing 4 now. Let's see what happens here. Oh, we're starting to pop over 4. See, how far do we get? How much room do we got on this? To the next level of resistance. Still getting hung up for 408, 410 area. That's some resistance. So it's really got to get through 410 to really start running. Still getting held up at 4. Did break through for a second. Ooh, I don't like that. Need buyers to push us back above 4. We don't want a big upper shadow here. Volume did start increasing there. I don't like that upper shadow at all. Really getting rejected at this $4. See if it comes back up right now, because it needs to come back up. If it starts curling like this at that $4 mark, then it's going to drop back down. We don't want to see that. We want to see it push through. This is a very ugly candle. It's a very sketchy, ugly candle. And we got a little uptrend there. Yeah, see, we don't want to see this. We want to see us break back over 4 on this candle. See, and it's starting to try. So they hit at 405. Yeah, so we got to break 405. 415, some resistance as well. So a little bit of resistance ahead of this, but if buying volume can start coming in, we start breaking above 4 and hold above 4, then this buying volume could keep increasing. Yeah, I don't know. See, more selling pressure pushing this candle down. This is going to be a little sketchy until this can break. See, CNET's pretty low float too, and CNET's went on some massive runs in the past. See there from 274 up to 475, so $2 run there, and then there was one from 175. Actually gapped up to $3, and then sold off the rest of the day. 133 up to 215. So CNET can get going, but we got to see volume first. So we're still not closed over 4, but we're holding up so far above 390. Which is definitely a good thing, but we really need to get above 4. So we got 40 seconds for this candle to close. Not a lot of volume coming in right here at this second. Time and sales barely moving, so that's a little sketchy. Need to see buying volume come in. If this candle starts dropping, then that's that curl over I was talking about. I drew this at $4. We don't want this to curl over right there hitting that $4 mark. This needs to push up. Preferably, we'd like to see this candle get above those two candles. But really, if it can break above $4 here, I think we'll be off to the races. Or at least we'll get some type of little pop if it can re-break $4. And see, that candle get pushed back down again and keep getting smushed. We don't want to get smushed. So we're really struggling here to break 4. CLSN's still moving a little bit. Okay, there we go. We just got some decent buyers at 395 trying to hold up 395 as support. So that's another smushed candle. This has really got to start coming up. Now that 395 just got taken out. Now we're starting to crack below that pre-market old resistance that was trying to hold as support. So we're probably going to have a pullback here. Don't want to see it pull back too much though. If it drops below 390, which looks like it might, then that's a really strong curl down. It's one of those reverse U-shapes, bent fishing rod type of deals. So this buyers really need to push this candle up. We need to stop with it. We need to get out of this little curl pattern here, this upside down curl. Because if not, it's going to go bloop. Sketchy. Yeah, see there, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So selling off a little bit here. Willing to hold it to down to these tops of these candles at this 380 area, but that's as far as I want to hold this. Really getting held up. Okay, we're starting to get a little buy-in back in here. See if it can break back above that pre-market high or not. Let's see, we are starting to come back up. Looks like we may test 4 again. Getting real close. You just see this buy-in volume continue to push. Still a little mix, a little bit of red, a little bit of green. Yeah. Still getting held up. Strong resistance there for very strong. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now we're starting to get a little frisky. Now we're starting to get a little frisky out of nowhere. Holding above this high so far. And now we're actually getting a little buy-in volume pushing this above. Still need to break that 405 area. There we go. We just broke that area. Let's see. Here we go. See, remember 410, 415. Those also are going to be strong areas. So we got to get through those as well for this to really get going. You see a lot of sellers sitting at 410. So we may get held up there. Gonna need to see volume continue to increase here, buy-in volume, and you see a bunch of 410s start lighting up on this time of sales here soon. I got a little selling at 408. We are getting some 408 buys through there, but not taking them out as fast as I would like. And now we have to see we're pulled back a little bit, but $4 needs to hold now. If $4 can hold as support, should be good to go. Let's see, we're starting to get some buying again. And the stock hasn't really got big volume yet. The most volume it's had is 500,000 in one volume bar. So if it can get going and we start getting like some million volume bars, it really could rip. But it's got to get through this 410. It's got to get through 410, 415, and 420. Once it's through there, then it can go nuts. So we just have a lot of resistance to get through. And pulling back below 4, we don't want to see that. So it's still struggling. Man, this thing is struggling. Normally out of a U-shape you have a pretty nice sized breakout, but this one is just not breaking out very hard. Not yet anyway. It's just struggling so much in this 4 to 410 area. See 4 trying to hold up. There we go. Just got some nice buyers stacking the bid there at 4. And they just got taken out. So see, we got a lot of selling pressure holding us down. A little bit of selling at 401. We need to get those taken out pretty quick. There we go. Bid stacked at $4 again. So that's what we're doing right now. We're testing this $4 support. Once buyers continue to see this $4 hold up, then we should see buyers come in and push this up over that 410. So $4 held up that time. see if it holds up again. We still got bids stacked there at 4. See if they hold up. There we go. So they held up. So let's see if these buyers start coming in here. Oh, we're gonna test it. We're gonna test this support again. And it held up again. So far $4 has held up 3 times. Still not getting a ton of buying volume though yet. There we go. Nice little line of buyers on the bid there. Now we should start seeing some push here. Let's see if we get through this 410. We got a nice little curl up into the 410 after that initial knockdown. Oh, let's see. I want to see 410 on this ask, and then like I said, we gotta see this time and sells light up with green 410s. Getting real close. And if it doesn't break 410 here, I may lock out. I may just take this little profit because 410 is holding up, and if it doesn't break through 410, these buyers are going to get tired of trying to hold this up. See, we got real close, but we didn't even hit 410 on that candle, so still a little sketchy. Come on, CNET. Do I need to talk to you, CNET? Do I need to give you a little motivation? You can do it, CNET. You like it. You like this. You went on a big run a while back. You feel like going on another big run, don't you? You just gotta break through that 410, and then you can make your way on up to that 420. See, now that's all you gotta do. It's no big deal. Have you some fun. We're all strapped in here. We got our seatbelts on. We're ready to go on a trip. See, now you just gotta take us there. Just gotta take us on the trip. You gotta be our American Airlines. Or our SpaceX, even better. If you wanna take us on a SpaceX trip to Mars, that'd be okay too. You know, flights are cheap right now. See, look here, it's still getting held up. Need to see buying volume. It's just not coming in. There's a good one right there when it initially popped over 4. But then after that, just not much going on. We need to see another one of these big buying volume bars to push it through. Looks like we're going to come back down and test 4 again. So let's see if $4 can hold up. Well, actually, 401 held up, so that's nice. We didn't even touch $4, so that's a good thing. We don't if we can stay off of the support and not test support at all. Buyers can hold it above support. And we should be all right. Wait a minute. SOS was all the way up at 6. God almighty, hold on a second. SOS is going all over the place. So we're testing that $4 support right now. I'll pop over to. See, I got CNET on my. Let's see if it's CNET on my watch list here, so I can pop back over to it. Because we are kind of in a nasty level there, but I want to see what's going on with SOS. So, oh yeah, this was a big rip out of that triangle. Nasty, nasty rip. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. CNET back down to 395. That's the last line of support that needs to hold up. You can see we got another little curl down here. But 395 can't hold up, and this drops down anymore. It's going to get real sketchy. Cracking at 395 a little bit here. So we've had selling volume these last couple of candles. Buyers did just push us back above 395. Let's see if I can push it back above 4. So CNET is just wobbling around now. SOS is down to 575. Man, that thing is all over the place. See, I'm going to put a stop loss in CNET while this is taking this time. I'm going to keep an eye on SOS for a second. 386. Okay, so put that stop loss right there under those candles. Let's take a look at SOS. So this has a ton of volume. I'm going to go. Oh, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm still going to go. I'm going to go 30 shares on SOS, and I'm going to put a stop loss right under this 570. But just in case it gets frisky again, because it is all over the place. Actually, it's starting to pop above 6 again, so 570. Put that stop loss right under them candles. Look at this, pushing back up. Up to 610 so far. Big buyers coming in at 610 there on SOS. So this just has a lot of volume. The reason I jumped in there was just because this candle stopped right there at that 570 area where there was some resistance there. It held up that support, started coming back up. So with all this volume, the fact that it did not continue to sell off means that could push back up. Actually, we got a little bit of a downtrend here. Actually, gonna move my stop just a little bit lower. I don't want to get stopped out too early. see, so it's 570. Okay, so let's see. Let's hop back over to CNET. See how CNET's doing. CNET, a lot of selling off in these last 5 candles, but still trying to hold above 390. Oh, maybe not. It may crack here. If it can hold above 390, it's got a shot. Could curl back around. Could make another possible little U-shape back up that 410, but it's got to hold up at 390. Let's pop back over to SOS here. So SOS to get going again has got to break above 620. It's got to break above this downtrend. See a lot of bids trying to stack at 6, and they all just got taken out. If it doesn't break above this downtrend soon, I'm probably going to get out of it. Let's see, I just got stopped out on CNET. So CNET dropping. Took a $5 loss there on CNET, but that's okay. Small loss. See, SOS still getting hung up here at this downtrend. Still some decent buying coming in, but we need to see some more big buying coming in. Let's see how far this thing has to run. Okay, so it's got a crazy max chart. Oh, let's see. It's running into the 100-day at 618. That's where it's getting held up at on the max chart. So if this doesn't break through that soon, then it could very easily come back down. If it does break that, though, it looks like it's got the 200 days all the way up at 1220. See, there's some resistance at 871, 927. So there's a lot of room to run if it can break over that 620 area one more time and keep going. We'll see. It's got to hold up this bottom support at 570. See a bunch of buyers there at 580. Oh, they just all got taken out. So a lot of selling happening here. Of course, we did just hit a new high at 646. We're down at that 570. It's got to hold up here. If it cracks this is going to come back down. Buyers are trying to hold it up. Looking a little sketchy. See, where's this? See, there's actually a trend line. I want to see how. Move this old triangle. I want to see how far off the trend line we are. Yeah, we're a little ways off the trend line. This could come all the way back down to 525. So far though, the buyers did push this back up, push the body of this candle back into this downward triangle here, but back above that 570 support. We got 30 seconds for this candle to close. If it could close above that 570 area. Oh, and actually it's pushing, this candle's pushing green now and pushing right up to the downtrend. Let's see if it breaks this downtrend here. Now that candle actually opened above the downtrend, so if it can continue to push up and get back above 6, this may start moving again. Yep, coming back down below the downtrend though. We don't want that. It's gotta stay above. 575 trying to build us some support now, some bids stacking there. Let me redraw my trend, my downtrend. So the downtrend's actually kind of more like that. 575 is trying to hold up. This is up. Let's see, how much is this up? This has got to be up a good bit. It's up, well, it's only up 45%. That's not that much. It's a good bit though. I mean, this could easily sell off. It's getting real close to selling off if it cannot break back above this downtrend. I thought it was going to break there, but pretty much started to break and then just come back down into it. Now that 575 didn't even hold. Oh God, a lot of sellers at 570. Yeah, this may be coming back down. I mean, there's a huge seller there. Oh, he actually just got taken out, so that's a decent sign because that was a lot of shares. CSOS, you're in the tip of the triangle here. What you gonna do? You gonna break up or you gonna break down? A little bit of selling at 580 there through that. Just trying to push, trying to break the downtrend. But we need to see it back over 6. If it gets back over 6, I think it'll start moving. What's going on with let's see. SPY still at that 390 area. Just keeping an eye on that. So the SPY is kind of going sideways today, so that's probably why it's not that hot of a day. I mean, there's been a couple of rips. See, smash back down into the tip of the triangle. We got 15 seconds for this candle to close. We really wanted to close above the top of the downtrend. So still kind of at the downtrend, but that candle did open. That candle did open above it. We're starting to move up here. Let's see if we're going to test 6. Struggling to get there. Struggling. Let's see, a lot of sellers at 6. Big old share positions on the ask. We need to see a bunch of 6s light up. Oh, we're starting to see a few. There's some more. There we go, breaking through 6. And we may be getting moving here. Can bids start stacking at 6? Yeah, bids started stacking a little bit at 6. We are over the downtrend. Ooh, a lot of selling at 610 as well. So a lot of selling pressure. Like I said, 620 is where that 100-day is on the max chart. So it's got to get through 620 as well. Let's see, we're going to get a bunch of 610s. There we go. So we got held up. We got held up at 615. And now pulling all the way back down. So we're kind of in a channel right here. If we can break 615, this would be a nice little U-shaped break. Little beautiful U-shape possible break there, but just got to come back up to that 615. Is the chat working? Are you guys typing in the chat or anything? I've not gotten any messages in the chat. I don't know if it's working or not. You guys just real quiet today. So 615 held up as resistance. So we gotta draw the sloping downward resistance line again. And I broke that downtrend there, but getting held up at 615. So we still got a downtrend there. Ooh, bit of a sell-off coming back down to 572. Now the trend line's all the way back down at, let's see, right around 530. So it could come down to there, but we really don't want it. See, there's a lot of bids trying to hold up 570, because 570 is kind of the last line of support before it comes back down in that 530 area to the bottom of this trend line. And they're starting to get taken out, so this may crack. If buyers don't start pushing this back up immediately, then this may crack. At 570 really needs to hold up here as support. See a lot of sellers coming through below 570 now. That's not a good sign. Yeah, look at there. Oh, they just got taken out. Buyers are trying to push it back above 570. We got 15 seconds on this candle to close. Oh, it closed right at 570. Didn't close above it and did not close below it. You see the candle is right there inside of the support line that I drew. Let's see, they're trying to break down 570. Still not breaking down. 570 is starting to act as resistance, so that means this could probably sell off here. It's trying to break back through 570. But still a lot of selling there. There we go. Finally it's back above 570. So this is real sketchy. This play is making me feel crazy. Yeah, CNET's still not doing anything, so that play was a sad U shape. Did not break. See some selling at 575. Quite a bit of selling at 575 actually. That needs to break down here if this is gonna keep moving. Trend line supports at 536, so we are as long as this can hold up, the trend line is going to get closer and closer to that support line. That's why we wanted to hold above 570. God, you see a bunch of sellers came in there at 569. We are getting a lot of the sellers out, but we want to make sure that there's more buyers than sellers, and so far there's just been a lot of selling. People are going to lock in profits. I mean, this thing, ripped out of that triangle from earlier that I missed and ran from 470 all the way up to 646. So that was a pretty big rip. So we got a lot of profit taking happening. Buyers back here turning into sellers up here. It's getting real weak. Take my stop loss out for just a second. This can creep back up. I don't want to. This trend line. Trend lines is what is keeping me in, but if it drops all the way down the trend line to 540, I'm going to be risking at least 20 bucks on this play, and it is starting to come down. So we got some buyers at 555 trying to hold this up. No, I'm pretty risking about 15 bucks. I mean, this is not something you want to do where your stop loss is that long, because my average price is $5.93. But because I only have 30 shares, if I risk about 40 cents on this, I'll be risking about 15 bucks. But it potentially could run another dollar or two if it can bounce off of this trend line. So if it ran a dollar, that would be a $30 win. If it ran $2, that'd be a $60 win. So, I mean, risking 15 is not that terrible, I guess. It's not great, but you can see the trend line is coming back down to the trend line right now. So if it doesn't hold up this trend line, then I am absolutely getting out, because then it could just continue to sell off. This trend line has got to stay to hold up. But this is as much as I want to risk. I don't want to risk I don't really want to risk any more than this. Cracking this trend line. Let's see if it can hold up here. See, buyers are trying to push it back above the trend line now. Okay, so that was close. That was real close. That made me sweat a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. So this, I mean, like I said, I do not recommend doing what I did on this play, because I'm still holding. I'm really bag holding, but the uptrend was not too far away. See, a lot of sellers at 550 there. But you can see buyers did push it back above that trend line. So as long as this trend line can hold, then maybe in 30 minutes or so, this could start moving back up. Get a bounce off the trend line and possibly see it come back up. That could be an option. Or a possibility, not an option. But it's got to hold the trend line for now. The next 5-10 minutes, it needs to hold this trend line and start climbing up it. I'm risking the biscuit on this one because the reward potentially could be pretty insane. There's a lot of potential above this if it can break back above that 620 area. But I definitely don't recommend doing this as a new trader, because this easily could crack this trend line and be done here. And if it does, I'm gonna take decent sized loss. And I've already took a $5 loss on CNET, so I don't really want to take a much bigger loss on this. Sometimes the stocks aren't feeling frisky and I'm feeling frisky, and that's usually a bad combination. I need the stocks to be frisky. I can't be the only one frisky. So we're still holding up so far, but it is sketchy. Okay, 540. Oh, I was gonna say 545 needs to hold up there, and it just cracked. We are all on this trend line testing right now. Yeah. I'm risking it for the biscuit, but I'm probably going to lose here because this is cracking the trend line. And it is not holding up very well here. I'm gonna put a stop loss right below the wicks of these candles, just in case. See, buyers did push it. Look at that. The body of that candle is pushed all the way back above the trend line again. So this is sketchy. This is sketchy all the way around. It's starting to look like it's going to crack, though. I mean, these two candle wicks, the buyers did push it up, but it has got to get off this trend line. It needs to start coming back up. Because the longer we test this trend line, the more likely this trend line is going to crack and there's going to be a big sell-off. So it needs to get off the trend line. It needs to start coming back up and test like that 575 area. So what's the SPY at? Where you at, SPY? Where are you, SPY? SPY's still at 390. Okay, sideways day on the market, I guess. Come on, get off that trend line. We hadn't had a green buy in volume candle either in the last 6 candles. So that's concerning too. There's not a lot of buying at this moment because buyers need to see it hold up the trend line. Once it holds up the trend line, buyers will start coming back in, but it's very sketchy at the moment. It looks like it's going to crack. You see that candle opening below the trend line, so that's not a good sign. There's some bids trying to hold up 540. But this candle needs to push back above 550 here. It needs to get back above the trend line. because below the trend line is bearish, because the trend line is showing that upward price action, and below that is bearish. So that means more likely to sell off. And at this point, it is looking very, very close to selling off right here. Ooh, yeah, see, this is getting real sketchy. So I'm probably about to eat this loss here. So in hindsight, what I should have did was when I took this initial entry here on this bounce, I should have locked in right there at that 615. I should have just took that as a quick scalp. And then even I had the chance there. It came back up to 615 again. When it didn't break, I should have took it there, worst case scenario. So that's the mistake. And this is so close to cracking. I mean, it's already cracked. Yeah, there it goes. So yeah, about $20 loss on that. So yeah, not a great play. Not a great play on my part. See, it's trying to hold up this previous high a day back here, this 530 area, but still I don't know. It doesn't look like it'll come back up. It possibly could, but it's really cracking there, selling off. Let's pop around and see what else is happening. CNET, no, CNET hadn't completely sold off, but not really doing much. Let's see, Bumble still hasn't IPO'd yet. So not a great day of trading. At least not for me. I mean, there was opportunities earlier, but kind of got a late start today, and you know, we got a lot more people in chat now, so I apologize for that, for the late start today. Just really don't have a good excuse for you either. Just overslept, my alarm didn't go off, so sometimes that happens. IMPX, that popped out of nowhere. But yeah, I'm out of funds for the day, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a day, guys. We will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, so got to be on time on Friday. Because the longer Friday goes, the more volume will die off with the weekend in between. So I don't know if the chat was working. I never saw any messages. So if you did message in the chat, or you're trying to talk to me or ask questions, I apologize. I don't know what happened, but for some reason I'm not getting any messages on my side. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be on the Swamp channel tonight, 6 p.m. Central, talking about artificial intelligence. So you can go to the community tab to find that channel and check that out. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Till next time.